Hey everyone,
Hey, Happy New Year.
welcome back to 2026, a whole new year of TreeCoin podcasts.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
And you, Demian, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Just before we get into today's podcast, remember to click the subscribe button and join us on socials all across the web. Keep up with everything that we're doing. It's pretty cool.
Great.
All right, so today, hit the year off for a start. I want us to talk about all these funky new app features. We've been working on a lot of stuff over the last 2 months. Everyone else had a holiday break.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with one of the exciting features for you guys? Because for those who don't know at home, you kind of had all of the carbon-related side of TreeCoin and the grower features. So one of the big feature ads that we had from about November was auto map generation. People walk around when they're on their farm.
Yeah. So building a trust and ease of use for the users and the ease of use for our team and the accuracy of the map. So the piece of land that creates your TreeCoin is the core to this whole system. And what we've built now is a way that you can walk around in person or drive around if it's a big site and use your phone's GPS to sort of tag the corners of your property nice and accurate. Sometimes maps aren't that easy to use online. Sometimes aerial photos are old. So it's just an extra way to make sure that what you're putting in is spot on.
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about in the early days, some of the maps that we got were hilarious.
So we recognize that while it's convenient to mark it on the map, say on your phone from an aerial photo, it's also good to be able to go around in person to the spots. And it adds that extra layer of sort of verified accuracy. So that system's up and running, and that's really cool.
And we should, I suppose we just point out that when growers submit maps of their sites for approval, they have to also upload documentation, which is now all part of the project flow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So whether you're the site owner, or you've got an agreement with whoever owns the land that you're going to do some carbon tokenization and add that revenue to the project, you can upload an agreement that shows that as a kind of transparent piece of the trust system. And so that's a good feature to have in there as well. We're always conscious to make it easy to use. TreeCoin is not an onerous, complex, web of bureaucracy at all. But there are some simple ways to show that you're the legitimate project owner or the manager of the site with the owner's agreement. So we've got templates in there as well. And so that's all part of the system.
It's we've had some really good testing of that, and it's pretty cool to see it work. So you can walk around with the TreeCoin app on your phone, or the TreeCoin website and portal logged in on your phone, and it'll cache everything for those who are all techie at home. As you wander around, you can click a little button, it'll cache the GPS coordinates from your phone as you meet the boundaries on your site. Cache, and you'll look and it'll have drawn the polygon for you. So if you've got a small site, or if, like you said, if it's larger and you're driving or ATD or something around, that is dead accurate. And then you can submit that along with your documents for side rights. And if you've got maps, if you have survey maps of your property from other projects, if you're a larger property, maybe like farm or forestry, you can submit the maps as supporting evidence, and that helps us to approve on the approval side. Yeah, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in that project flow that's cool new features we should talk about for growers? Oh, all the description, tree species fields, project code.
Yeah, it's easier to kind of enter your project benefits and then also to edit and manage those later on as well.
Yeah,
your project might evolve and add other co-benefits as it matures. So your portal has got all that features in your project list. So check it out.
And thank you for all that feedback. We discover this as we go, right? TreeCoin is a living kind of ironic software. Yeah. And so we get feedback from growers who said, that was really great, but I needed to update this thing and there wasn't an edit button. We get that feedback, we review it, we fix it. And so all the back and forward, if you're a grower and you realize that there's something that you really need and it's an important part of the journey for you and the button's in the wrong place, we hope that you come and make a feedback to us so we could do something.
Yeah, I think of ways to improve it. And when we've got a chat feature as well, actually. So that's enables our team to interface directly with your feedback and respond to your questions and suggestions more quickly. So
we had an update, like a social media update, but I don't think we did a podcast about that. So we could talk more about that for a little bit, because that's actually really cool. One of the problems that we were finding with growers all over the world, so all different time zones and all different forms of contact, some WhatsApp, some email. We needed one really clear way of just making requests and comms. And so we built the Chatbot feature, which means that every account, you can go and make your TreeCoin account, log in. You'll see at the bottom, there's our little koala mascot, and it says like chat with admin, chat with team. And you can write to us. We can write back and say, ooh, before we approve this project, we just need to double check. Are you actually the owner of the entire of Europe? Because that's the map that you submitted. And then you get right back, sorry, no, that's not true. That's that dialogue. We're looking forward to that channel being used more regularly.
Yeah. Or you might have already used some of the features and you want to ask about more and use the chat for that. So yeah, it's a good central communications hub for the whole organization. So yeah, well done with shepherding that allocation.
Thank you. That was fun. It is really enjoyable being leading the dev team.
Yeah.
And the features we get to, it feels all the power, to get to decide on these features and us collaborate as a team on what's the priority build. What do we think users are going to get the most out of?
Yeah.
So with that, I suppose we shift gear. The next major feature release that we've got, which is coming up, all of the notes that Damian just talked about, they're live. They're in the platform today. These next little bits are in production, so they should be live by the end of January, so in about 2 to 3 weeks. And that is the Atlas Explorer that we've got. So for the last couple of years, when a grower wants to advertise their project, they had to sort of manually send links about their project page and information to the people who maybe on their own social medias or to friends in emails, because we didn't have a central search function. So we're fixing that up. And what we built is an Atlas Explorer. So it's a Mapbox Explorer. You can go on the TreeCoin website and you can spin the globe and you'll be able to see every single active TreeCoin project. You can hover over them all and you can see all of the GeoJSONs, all of the actual land size and coordinate data. And you can see which projects are producing what token type. So that's like a funky future thing. Maybe we'll talk about that. The token types. We'll give that for a future extra bill. And then you can dig in and you can go look at the page and the profile. We're calling it the public profile pages. You can view photos, status updates, proper bio about the project. You can see who the project umbrella organization is. You can dig into all the project data. So if it's Demian Industries, it's a terrible name for your company, by the way, then Acme. Yeah. I always thought it'd be nice to have a company called Acme. Then you can have, maybe you own an island and you've got 400 little forest projects. In a couple of weeks, if I want to buy those tokens, I can go on the website, spin the globe, find it, and I can dig into every single project, look at photos of every project. I can read about the updates and I can get metrics for all the growth data. So we thought that needs to be brought into something that the public, kind of like Google search, but for carbon projects, which is cool.
Yeah, so there's someone searching has that feature, but also people who are publishing their projects can be found by public as well, who might be looking for projects in your country or your project type.
Yeah.
And yeah, it would be a nice showcase for you to get I guess customers come and buy TreeCoin for the growers out there. This is going to enable you to have that direct access to purchasers.
And this is what we've been trying to do all along, is continue to drop down the barriers between purchasers and growers and get TreeCoin out of the way and into the background, so that it's the buyers and the growers themselves that get to have a relationship and transact. And the buyers will buy TreeCoin from the projects and remit funds. And that all just happens through the portal. And you shouldn't even notice that TreeCoin's there. It should just all happen as if you're just kind of looking at a fun social media of the grower, and all the buttons you need to settle payments, everything will be there for you. That's the kind of goal. The accidental benefit that we've set up for this, the Atlas and the Globe, that's all designed for growers. So that's active forest projects where if I'm a buyer, I can go and I can look for a project I want to support or buy tokens from. On the flip side, we are also allowing organizations who have TreeCoin accounts where I would retire. So if I've got a business and I had to buy TreeCoin to retire them, I still need to have a TreeCoin account to do that.
Yeah.
We're allowing those organizations as well to have these public pages, which they're going to build through their user portal. They're not searchable and findable on a globe, but I could copy and paste the unique URL and have a link to it on my website. And it could be, or in my social media, and it's going to be something where it grabs automatically information about my carbon offsetting. So I could put the banner of my company logos and banners, the profile, social media images from my company. I could write a bio about my company. Maybe we're a construction company and this is what we do. And it's almost like our sustainability landing page.
Yeah.
And in it, it will showcase for trustability. These are the number of TreeCoin that I bought. These are the dates that they were retired. This is the total retirement for the offset. And then I can use that. I can make a little a text update. Hey, latest thing, we're excited to support Demian Farm Forest just down the road.
Yeah, or like Kenyan permaculture forests that are already on the platform. And we're offsetting our corporate emissions from our fleet emissions from these projects. So it makes that, it integrates that kind of neatly into one dashboard for the company itself to keep a track of what its ESG carbon performance is, but also public facing page that's constantly up to date. Doesn't need your own website to be edited constantly.
Yeah, we thought it might be really useful for small business holders, but even some of the larger players to be able to have something that they can know that information is always up to date. If they've got web dev that are building their own sustainability landing pages, the metrics and the values on their TreeCoin page will always be live. The minute that I retire tokens for the year, that number will update. So we're going to, maybe once this is all up and running, we'll do another full suite of socials with screenshots and a little video tutorial about how that works. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right. Some pretty cool features.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Tim.
And the reason for all those is to basically keep the trust strong in the system and increase the ease of use. But I think also the visibility, both for the growers and the purchasers, to be able to see and find each other and to be able to see and be found by a broader audience that are kind of looking for a smart way to go net zero and support forest projects.
It's definitely, I think this atlas and that profile page is definitely us achieving one of our original goals, which was to make the relationship building between growers and buyers as seamless as possible.
Yeah.
And find a way, like a search engine, almost like a Google, but for carbon projects worldwide.
Yeah.
And if you want to support a cool little half-acre block in Kenya as part of an education system, and you're a company in America, you can do that. You can find them and you can support them directly. Or if you're a company who wants to buy tokens in your local area, because you're based in Melbourne, Australia, and you really want to support forests that are on the outskirts of Melbourne, you can just zoom in on the globe and find it.
Yeah. Or if you're an agroforestry company with thousands of hectares of agroforestry and conservation forestry, you can onboard all that and be seen and found and showcased straight away. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Next time.
Remember to subscribe. Thanks. See ya.